Good evening, wolves. This ain't for the service level crowd. This ain't for the comment section gladiators. This isn't for the ones who can sit still with uncomfortable truth. Tonight we're talking about masks. The ones we wear, the ones we justify, the ones that slowly eat the face underneath. And then we're talking about something darker. What happens when corruption gets exposed? And instead of demanding accountability, people turn it into a gender war. Welcome to episode 41 of the Wolves Bar podcast, The Mask and the Mirror. Every person you meet has a version of themselves ready. Work version, family version, friend version, public version, social media version, relationship version. Layer after layer after fucking layer. At first, it feels harmless. We adapt, we adjust, we survive. But somewhere along the way, survival becomes performance. Performance becomes identity. And identity becomes costume. And the pure soul you once met, the one who laughed without calculating it, who spoke without filtering every word, starts fading. You've seen it. You met someone at level 1 of life. Raw, real, unpolished. Then by level 40, aka around your 20s, influenced, distorted, strategic, fake. Not evil, just fragmented. Because wearing a mask once is protection. Wearing it daily, that's self-erasure. The carnival of fake is loud, influence everywhere. Algorithms shaping opinions, trends deciding morality. And slowly, people stop asking, who am I? And start asking, what works here? Some souls stay pure through all 80 levels of life. They get bruised, they get judged, they get isolated, but they don't mutate. Others, they let the mask wield itself to the bone. And here's the tragedy. A mask worn long enough convinces you it's your face. You don't even remember the original voice anymore. You don't know if you're acting or if this is who you became. The scariest part isn't that people are faking. It's that they forget they're faking. And when someone real walks into the room, they feel threatened because authenticity exposes performance. And the authentic people see the mask every single flipping time on social media and with other people that they meet. The same pure soul that you've met 5 years ago. Think about that. Now let's step into uncomfortable territory. Recently, I saw people talking about the Epstein case. Again, I know we covered it already on the previous episode, but I'm pulling it up again because there was a woman who started blaming men and making this whole thing gender oriented. When powerful predators gets exposed, real corruption, real evil, what do you think happens? Instead of unified outrage at power and exploitation, it becomes gender is the problem. Men are the problem, women are the problem. No. If she blames gender, and if you go too far to get to the gender, you have a woman who was in there and who co-conspired with the predator that we talk about. So yeah, it's not gender. We need to unite. Predation is the problem. Corruption is the problem. And power without accountability is the problem. It's not gender. When cases like Epstein explode into public awareness, the focus should be on systems that enabled it, on networks that protected it, on institutions that turned blind eyes, and on systems that decides to release the alien files instead of catching the ones accountable, not on weaponizing it into a gender warfare and also releasing the alien files. And here's where people lose clarity. Evil doesn't belong to one gender. Predators don't carry gender flags. Complicity doesn't check chromosomes. Accountability must be consistent. Basically, if someone participated, they answer. If someone enabled, they answered. If someone protected, they answer. If someone co-conspired, they answer. But the moment we reduce the corruption to men versus women, as I heard and saw, we miss the real structure. We divide ourselves. And division protects the powerful. Wake up, lads and lasses. This isn't about hating men. This isn't about hating women. It's about demanding integrity from everyone. Power attracts predators. Systems protect influences. And outrage gets redirected into safe, shallow arguments while the structure stays untouched. That's the trick. And we're seeing it now. Turn systemic corruption into social chaos. Keep people fighting sideways, so nobody looks upward. And if you speak calmly about this, you get labeled conspiracy, extreme, dangerous. No. Questioning power is not extremism, it's civic hygiene. But do it grounded, do it disciplined, not emotional chaos as most women do right now, and blaming men and keeping it gender. Because chaos is easy to dismiss, clarity is hard to attack. And basically, if this is extreme, well, at least I questioned it. Think about it. So here's the howl of the week for this week. This one goes to the people who refuse to imitate, the ones who stayed themselves, when it would have been easier to blend in. The ones who saw corruption and didn't turn it into tribal warfare. The ones who understand. Integrity doesn't scream, it stands. If you ever been called too real, too intense, or too much, because you refuse to wear a mask, this howl is for you. Stay unedited. Stay original. So this is it for episode 41. This week's bar is a bit shorter, I guess. Masks protect, but they also suffocate. And corruption thrives when we fight each other instead of demanding accountability from power. So tonight ask yourselves two things. Where am I performing instead of living? And who benefits if I stay distracted? Take the mask off in private first. That's where it starts. See you next time. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and keep your howl louder than the noise.